In a previous video, we looked at the PDF of a random variable x, so that's shown below here. We've done all of this work. Now we're going to want to find the following probabilities because we previously looked at the CDF, and that's this right here. So now we're going to look at the following probabilities. So we're going to start this by looking at I. And with I, we have the probability of 0.5 being less than or equal to x, and x being less than or equal to 1.5. So that means our f of x is equal to, we are going to plug this in, well actually our x right here is given to us as these two variables. So the larger one is the 1.5, that's what we'll plug in first, and we're going to subtract it from f of x of our 0.5. That's how we're going to work on this. Now with our 1.5, we know our 1.5 is going to fall into this category because it's between 1 and 2. So what that means is we're just going to plug 1.5 into what we have here for our CDF. So putting into a calculator, we have 2 times 1.5 minus 1.5 squared divided by 2 minus 1. And this is going to give us approximately 0.875. Then we have minus 0.5, which is going to go into here. So we essentially have 1/2 squared over 2, it's 1/4 over 2, so that's just going to be 1/8, and 1/8 is just 0.125, and this is equal to 0.75. So we have 0.75 here, and that's going to be the probability for that one. Now we can solve the probability for our I2. It's going to be the same thing where we have our f of x, and we use the 5 first minus f of x of our 1. And we're just going to plug in these values. So we know 5 is greater than 2, so it's just going to be 1 here, minus our 1 is going to be inside of here, so it's just going to be a 1/2. And so this is going to be a simple 1/2 or 0.5. And the third one right here, the third I, what we have is a probability of x being less than 0.5. And since it's just this, we are just going to have f of x, right, it's greater than x. So f of x has to just be the 0.5 itself, minus, we could say, nothing, so minus 0. So 0.5 right here is going to fall into this category. It's again going to just be 1/2. 1/2 squared over 2 is just 0.125, and that's just going to be our answer. The last one we have, well, it says this is supposed to be 4, and this is 5, so I'll actually change this to 4, and this last one is going to be our 5. So this one we're going to have f of x of 0.7501, and it's going to be minus f of x of 0.75. So both of these are going to fall into the category of this right here. So we can set this equal to, because it's the same thing as 0.7501 squared over 2 minus 0.75 squared over 2. And this is going to give us approximately 7.5005 times 10 to the negative 5. So that's how we would get each of these probabilities for this problem. That's how we would go about solving part B of this specific problem. The PDF of random variable x is shown below. We found the CDF in the previous video, and now we've just found the following probabilities.